All hell is breaking loose as President Zelenskyy of Ukraine is hitting Russia hard. This as Donald Trump is refusing to give Zelenskyy the interceptor licenses he so desperately needs in order to stop Russia's ballistic missile strikes. Now, Zelenskyy going on the offense, using that right now as the best defense, because right now Kyiv is struggling to defend itself from Russia's ballistic missiles. Let me show you what went down. This is the moment that a Ukrainian drone attacked the latest wild berries facility to be hit. This one is in the hub in Novosmenkino. Let me show you what went down here. Play this clip.
Ебать! Хорошо попал. Пизда.
Now, let me show you the aftermath of that wild berries logistic hub over here. You could see it burning down. Let's play this clip.
Мимо. На нахуй. Ой, блядь. Все, крыша завалилась нахуй. Крыша упала? Да. Все, еще. Так он попал или нет, я не понял. А вон слева попал. Да. Вон дым заново пошел. Да. Ебать Тулюсин. Охренеть. Птички летают. Да, птичка похуй. Все, сейчас еще прилетит, да.
Just take a look at all of the wild berries logistical facilities here on this chart that have been hit. It's almost half of them at this point. The wild berries logistical facilities, it's like they're Amazon over there in Russia. And Ukraine argues that the wild berries are used in order to build out Russia's military capabilities. Now, let me show you this video we've got coming in as well. It appears that Ukraine has a new variant of the FP5 Flamingo. Just to remind you, FP1, FP2, those are the long-range drones. The FP5 is the ballistics that Ukraine has been able to develop. Take a look right here. It glides right there near treetop level. Let me show you what this looks like. Play this clip. Now, late last night also, multiple Ukrainian attack drones struck Russia's Belgorod State Technological University. This is now being seen all throughout Russia's local channels. It hit a building there, actually, that housed Russian drone development, testing, and operator training. And this center suffered significant damage. Let me just show you the footage. Let's play it.
Там все горит. Прям все. Вон, видишь, даже лестничный пролет видно. Пизда, это, сука, там, где беспилотные аппараты делают и учат, блядь, как ими управлять. Ему пизда, его просто весь взорвали.
Now, a number of fuel storage tanks at the Russian Black Sea port of Taman are ablaze after an overnight Ukrainian strike as well. Ukrainian attack drones hit the Russian-occupied Zuivska power station in the Donetsk Oblast at night, setting it ablaze. Multiple Ukrainian attack drones slammed into Russia's Saratov oil refinery in the morning, setting that facility ablaze. I'll just show you what that looked like to show a short portion of this clip.
Ебать!
More from Russia's Saratov oil refinery ablaze this morning after a successful Ukrainian attack drone raid. Show you the B-roll over there. Ukrainian attack drones also hit Russia's Ufa oil refinery overnight. This is the second strike on that same facility over the weekend. And then a series of explosions ripped through Russia's Nivnekomsk industrial zone in the evening, starting a major fire that you can see there. Here's the message from President Zelenskyy of Ukraine. Of course, we see every leader and every country reacting to the Russian strikes on Ukraine. We've been covering those here at the MeidasTouch network. Russia's been hitting Kyiv, Zaporizhzhia, Lviv, Kharkiv, other areas very hard in Ukraine. Ukraine is struggling to defend. It's unable to defend, frankly, against Russia's ballistic missiles. Zelenskyy and Ukraine are able to strike down Russia's drones, often of the Shahed variant from Iran, and even their cruise missiles. The ballistics, you need the interceptors in order to stop that. And that's exactly what the United States is intentionally depriving Zelenskyy of, even depriving him of the licenses. Zelenskyy goes on to say, but the only strong reaction, it is fair, a reaction that really achieves the goal and helps the people of Ukraine, is additional support for us and our people. There are Patriot missiles in the world. It is important that partners make this political decision, a decision to transfer the necessary package. The United States of America, Trump, knows what we need. In Europe, they know what we need. Anti-ballistic missiles should protect people, not lie in warehouses. And every day of the absence of such appropriate assistance is important. It is an opportunity for Russia to kill people. Now, too, we need to react with additional sanctions. Let me show you this over here. The Wild Berries facility hit by Ukrainian drones in Novosmykino. Here, play this clip. Look, if you're in this community, you're paying attention. You know what's happening. And a lot of what's happening, it's directly affecting your Medicare. Plans are being discontinued, premiums are going up, and the broker you might have talked to probably pushing Medicare Advantage plans even if they aren't right for you. That's why I want you to know about Chapter. They're the only advisors who compare every Medicare plan in the country. Thousands of people from this community have already used them. One viewer, Kevin in Florida, is saving $2,100 a year. Another, Steven, finally has a plan that covers his dialysis. And for the Meidas Mighty, a call with Chapter is free and takes just 20 minutes. So if you're on the right plan, they'll tell you. And if not, they'll help you find a plan that fits your needs. I want you to know that we've gotten such incredible feedback from the Meidas Mighty about Chapter. Frankly, it is overwhelming, the positivity that is out there for Chapter. And so I'm so glad to be affiliated with it. I'm so glad you're all having great experiences. So call 82 Medicare today to speak with Chapter. That is 82 Medicare, and feel confident in your Medicare coverage. A convoy of fuel trucks near Primorsk, which were transporting to fuel Crimea. I also want to give a hat tip to Max26, Kershawn Cat, Jay from Kyiv. They do such a good job aggregating all of this open source intelligence stuff that I don't think we're seeing anywhere else on corporate news or anywhere. I think it's important that you see firsthand what's going on right now. Now, Zelenskyy said the following too: we continue applying our long-range sanctions against Russian facilities that serve the war effort and finance the aggression. We could play this as B-roll while I'm reading this. Last night in Russia's Saratov, more than 600 kilometers from the front line, two strategic facilities were hit: the Saratov oil refinery and the Engels military air base. In the Kaluga region, the tank farm of the Lyudnovatskaya oil depot was hit. In the Bryansk region, our warriors carried out a precise strike on a site used to store, prepare, and launch attack drones. Thank you to all the warriors of Ukraine's defense forces. We are expanding our long-range capabilities and delivering precise results. In Ukraine, Zelenskyy refers to long-range sanctions as the drones, the Ukrainian long-range drones, FP1, FP2, and those FP-Fly Flamingos, and that new variant I showed you at the outset of the FP5 they call the Flamingo. Zelenskyy also posted this week, 16 of our regions were under attack from Russia. During that time alone, the Russians launched around 1,900 drones, nearly 1,600 aerial bombs, and 144 missiles of various types, including ballistic missiles. Today, Sumy was struck by aerial bombs. In Brovary, one person was killed in a drone strike and 6 people were injured. My condolences to their families and loved ones. Kharkiv and Kharkiv region remain under constant attack. Overnight, Russia struck the Odessa, Zaporizhia, and Dnipro regions. This week, more than 1,500 sites have been damaged, including hundreds of ordinary residential buildings. A significant number of Russian enterprises working to sustain these attacks by producing components for drones, missiles, and guided aerial bombs have still not been sanctioned. That is why the aggressor is investing more and more in its ballistic weapons capabilities and is trying to ramp up production. Pressure is needed on every segment of Russia's defense industrial complex, Zelenskyy says over there as well. In addition, Zelenskyy posted the following message. Today, the Air Force is much more than just one branch of the military. It is a component of our defense that in many ways truly shapes the course of this war. Ukrainians did not surrender and will not surrender their skies to Russia. This is one of our nation's greatest achievements. Throughout this full-scale war, we did not allow our Air Force to be destroyed and have built it up to the point where Russia regularly loses its aircraft. And now when the last thing Putin has left to bet on is his massive attacks against Ukraine, the Air Force, our combat aviation, is destroying Russian cruise missiles and trying to destroy ballistic missiles as well. And when our Patriot batteries aren't empty, it succeeds. It is important that thanks to our cooperation with Europe, our Iris-T, Hawk, and the NASAM systems are operating. Every day we fight to secure missile supplies for them, and I am grateful for our partners around the world that are helping us with that. Of course, ballistic missiles remain a challenge, but we have provided Ukraine with protection against a significant share of cruise missiles, and we are shooting down a great many. Our interception rate against attack drones is also above 90%, and that's truly a significant achievement for Ukraine, for all of us, for every one of you. I thank all of you, all of those gathered here today, every man, woman defending Ukraine's skies, who despite fighting what is in reality an unequal battle and lacking sufficient means to bring down enemy targets, accomplish the incredible, go beyond the maximum. You have shown the world your skill and proven that Ukrainians are capable of overcoming anything, and we honor you as well. So remember the reporting earlier this week, reporting from last week, heading into this week. Donald Trump, a few weeks back in Turkey, promises Zelenskyy interceptor licenses at the very least, taps Zelenskyy along. Zelenskyy shows up in Washington. Trump doesn't do the Oval Office press conference with Zelenskyy as he normally does, right? Instead, we then learn through Financial Times, Donald Trump says to them first, I'm not going to do the interceptors. I'm not going to do the interceptors. I'm not going to do interceptor licenses. And we'll just have to see also if we'll give Zelenskyy access to Starlink for the purpose of shooting down the ballistic launchers in Russia. And then we saw Donald Trump and Camp David also talk about not giving Zelenskyy the interceptors, because Trump says if we give him the license even, what if they turn against us? And then they want to go to war against us, so we can't trust them with that. And Trump's like, it's kind of like the NVIDIA chip. The NVIDIA chip, we don't just give that to anybody. It's classified. You gave it to the UAE. You gave a version of it, not the Blackwell. You gave the Blackwell to UAE. That's the most classified it is. And of course, once the UAE has it, they're going to give it to China. And it's like, no, Ben, the Trump regime has safeguards. They'll make sure China doesn't get the Blackwell. What are you talking about? These are the reflecting pool people. This is Donald Trump who has imaginary conversations with himself about doing deals with Iran, which aren't happening. You expect they're going to put the safeguards to prevent UAE from giving China capabilities of the Blackwell chip? Come on. And then Donald Trump gave China the NVIDIA's second chip that's highly classified. Not the Blackwell, but one that's pretty serious as well. There you have it, folks. We'll keep you posted every damn step of the way here on the network. Hit subscribe. Let's get to 7 million subscribers. Thanks for watching.
Breaking news right now, my brothers and I wrote a book. It's called WTF America. And well, doesn't that just say it all? It comes out officially this October, but you can pre-order your copy today. Just scan the QR code or click the link in the description below.